This is part 2 of 4 on the monetary system of the United States of America. Rather, the Council of Foreign Affairs and Trilateral Commissions. If you have not listened to that video, I urge you to do so. Again, none are so hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe 1749–1832. And everyone in this world who uses money is not free but a slave to it. If there were no debts in our money system, there wouldn't be any money. Governor of Federal Reserve Mariner Eccles, September 30, 1941. House Committee meeting on banking and currency. Last time debt paid 1835 when Andrew Jackson, yes, the guy they want off the money. Coincidence not on your life, he shut down the central bank that preceded the Federal Reserve. So why do they want him off the money? To the Jewish in charge, no, Andrew Jackson is immortal, well, dead now for a long time, but still, enemy. Now as of 2016 they want him of the $20 bill, claiming he killed Indians, natives, yet they want a black woman on the money. If it was because Jackson killed native, would not a native go on the money, not a black woman? You have to ask yourself that question. One of Jackson's statements since his entire presidential platform was based on shutting down the central bank. The bold efforts the present bank has made to control the government are but premonitions of the fate that awaits the American people should they be deluded into perpetuation of this institution, or the establishment of another like it. Also note, JFK was killed shortly after trying to do something similar to that of Andrew Jackson. Jackson's plan failed because the Federal Reserve is but another central bank, and as long as it exists, perpetual debt will exist and grow. Do you think kids, illegals and the like want minimum wage at $15 an hour? Maybe, but it's more likely that is why illegals are here, to have someone tell them to complain about it in public than the government run to do it, to create mountains more debt to own every living being in this nation. Picture this. Minimum wage $7 an hour, 40 hours a week, 4 weeks a month equals $1,120, but in actuality, as for the debt, it is $10,080 in our debt. Raise minimum wage to $15 hours, 40 hours a week, 4 weeks a month equals $2,400, but debt $21,600, more than doubt the debt. What does that mean? Higher cost of living, more than twice as high as before, which hurts everyone, including those wanting that huge raise. The desire for more money is admirable and great. The cons far outweigh the pros involved. It is simple math. Since money is created through loans, for every dollar loaned is a dollar in debt. It's as simple or complex as that. When interest is applied to a loan from a bank or anywhere, where does the interest come from? Nowhere. A staggering concept, yet true, because the banks got their money from the central bank, which is split 9 times each time. Remember previous rant about this, the $10 billion concept, where 10% is untouchable and can end up being 90 billion if not. Reread that rant and I'll put this all together in a few days. So what is owed is always more than what can be paid back to a bank. New money is always needed to cover the interest in our perpetual system. With this system there will always be pockets of poor and pockets of rich people, and it will become more widespread. Always room for bankruptcy, yet our society embraces the greed and pays no attention to the consequences. This takes math to simple psychics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Each dollar printed is a dollar in debt. However, using the corrupted system of loan interest, every $1 is equal to $9 in debt. Math meets physics the Federal Reserve way. Is it no wonder why up to 2016 so many bankers commit suicide? More on the monetary system. December 9, 1968. Jerome Daly. It was said there is no America, no democracy, only Exxon, IDT, AT&T, IBM and a few others that are the states. They get out their statistical and linear charts. It went on to say the world is a college. I think the man meant collage, but I could be mistaken. of companies that live by their bylaws, and the world is a business set within our lifetime. Quote from Jim Garrison, President, State of the World Forum. Taken cumulatively, the integration of the world as a whole, particularly in terms of globalization and the mythical qualities of free market capitalism. This represents a veritable empire in its own right. Few have been able to escape the structural adjustments and conditionality of the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the arbitration or the World Trade Organizations, those international financial institutions that, however inadequate, still determine what economic globalization means. Such is the power of globalization. We are likely to see the integration, even if unevenly, of all national economies in the world into a single global, free market system. The end result is a monopoly of the earth based not on human life but on money and power to control that life which is on the earth. Now, in closing on this section, since I am trying to keep this shorter for you, again I'll put this all together soon, maybe 4 to 5 my parts in the series before putting it all together. My opinion, since the World Bank is a US bank and our Jewish-run big business-run empire, they need to hold this over our head as a bait and switch so few people find this out, as they, if the number grows, become a danger to the system. Now the end result is not unlike the Matrix movie, and is based on what the Bible teaches, the end of human life. The Bible speaks of the devil's time coming to an end, the Left Behind movies speak of one global economy. Either way you look at this, it is happening, and rapidly. Can we stop it? That depends on what you want to stop. Death is unavoidable, the Jews and the devil saw to that, so that is a guarantee. However, the World Bank and this one global economy run by the USA Jews and still holding our supposed pretend debt over our heads, yes, that can come to an end. Frankly, it needs to come to an end, and even more quickly than it was created. Can we do that? Absolutely, it takes insight and power. Right now the Jews and big businesses hold the power, but only through fear. Fear of what though? They'll kill you like a mafia or mob? We are going to die anyway. Nobody gets out of life alive. Disclaimer: I do not advocate violence, just making a point. What needs done is a strategic plan to take back our nation. Make it a nation again, not a conglomerate of big businesses and Jewish iron fists controlling through strangulation of the world. They proclaim themselves gods, although quietly doing so because they are afraid as well. They are afraid of too many people crumbling their house of cards. It's time to put together a plan to make this nation about people and not about their power play.